The Data Privacy Week wrapped up globally yesterday with a renewed call for individuals and businesses to respect privacy, safeguard data, and build digital trust. This year's theme, Take Control of Your Data, highlights the growing amount of personal information generated daily through smartphones, apps, websites, and other internet-connected devices. Experts say everything from online purchases and browsing habits to health data collected by wearable devices create a digital footprint, while users may not control every piece of data collected. Simple steps can help manage how information is shared. And I'm joined by lawyer and data protection practitioner Temidayo Akindele. It's good to have you join us at this time.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Right. For the average Nigerian using the mobile banking, social media, and e-commerce daily, talk to us. What does data privacy actually mean for them?
Okay. If it's okay, I'd like to define what data protection means and data privacy, because they are terms that are used interchangeably, but they can mean the same thing most times or sometimes not. Data protection applies to identified personal data. So personal data is anything that will identify a person, whether a single piece of information or other pieces put together that can tell you who a person is, a living, breathing person. Privacy, as you know, is the right to is a fundamental human right to privacy, to live life the way you want to do and to have certain things about you taken away from public if you don't want it to be given to the public. Now, with the increase in our digital experiences and being online, we are giving away pieces of our personal data more and more often. We are giving information in order to access services, in order to buy things online, in order to communicate with people online. You have to give your name, your email address, and usually some other identifiable information. All that can link you to being identified.
Well, many Nigerians, freely share their NIN, their BVN phone numbers, and other locations, every day. Talk to us about the risk really involved that Nigerians should really be worried about, and some of the fears that are really overblown.
Right. The big fears around giving out your personal data without knowing what you're doing is you risk identity fraud. And you also risk the potential of emotional distress or harm that can be created when your identity is compromised online. I'm sure a lot of people have had experiences where, for example, they were trying to access their WhatsApp and somebody said to them, I've sent you a code, or they've had a call from somebody claiming to be a part of a particular group that they're in, and they're saying, I've sent you a code, that code, I need that code, repeat it to me. Those incidences are things that have happened because personal data has been compromised. Because when those issues have happened, you have people who are then disabled or removed from their WhatsApp profile, and they cannot access their WhatsApp profile or their social media platforms because that piece of identification has been taken away from them. So it's a very real thing that people need to be aware of. It's not something that is far away from us when we're thinking about our personal data, everyday reality. Everything, even my being on Zoom with you right now, I've had to use my personal data to connect, right? So everything I give, everything everyone gives is very, very important. Talking about NIN specifically, that's more government information that you have to apply for a passport or license or other government information. If that data is compromised, somebody else can pretend to be you and get an identification looking like them, but with your name on it.
And the theme of this Data Privacy Week that we just concluded is focusing on, everyone taking control of their own data at the individual level and also, for small businesses. How possible is that?
Very possible. I think the first thing that has to happen is awareness, right? The law is doing what it's supposed to do. There's a law now, the Nigerian Data Protection Act, that tells you what your rights are. The Nigerian Data Protection Commission has done a fantastic job this week of raising awareness about what people should know about their rights. Now, the next step is for people to understand that the rights that you have are actually enforceable. You can exercise this right. You have the right to be informed about how your data is going to be used. So before anyone asks you for information, ask them, why do you need my details? Why do you need to know my name? Or why do you need to have my do you take those information down to offer me this service? And actually, after you've done this service, offered me this service, how long are you going to keep my information for? What do you need to do with it for much longer? It's important that people are given the awareness and the power to ask those questions, because that is what allows them to slowly start to exercise their rights to their personal data. And those rights are quite a few. So you have the right to be informed, you have the right to have your data to be deleted. You have the right to say, actually, don't use my data anymore. So there are quite a few, a suite of rights that people can enforce, and people should be empowered to ask questions about their personal data when they ask for it.
Temidayo Akindele, lawyer and data protection practitioner. Thank you for talking to us at this time.
Thank you very much.